My name is JahVelle Rhone. I am a father of four. I am a media director as well as professional musician. I have four children, Jalen, Victoria, Layla, and Logan. Layla is the princess, the superstar. The world revolves around her. She's always been kind of a standout person, meaning that she didn't ask for the attention, but somehow attention always found her. Layla is always super fun, super energetic, and I remember going upstairs and she's telling me that her hip hurt.
I could barely move. My dad picked me up and had me go downstairs, and I was just laying there the whole day. I could not move. So we went in the hospital. They were giving me a bunch of shots. They put an IV in me. They didn't know what was going on.
I remember them saying Children's Mercy Hospital is on their way. They're gonna come pick her up. And I remember driving behind the ambulance at midnight to Kansas City from Manhattan. That's where things really changed for us in a real way. They had some speculations about infections and things like that. And we got a phone call and the doctor said, Layla has stage 3 Wilms tumor, which is a type of kidney cancer. And we need to start treatment this week. I remember being in a panic, and I remember the doctor kind of pulling me to the side and she said, chemo is not what kills children, it's the cancer. And that was a moment for me that gave me more peace about treatment. But it was also a moment for me to sober up and say, hey, we got to figure this out. Let's do what we got to do. 25 rounds of chemotherapy. I think it was 3 rounds of radiation. No parent wants to see their child go through that.
I think the hardest part was kind of being away from my friends, but mostly being away from most of my siblings.
Music was a way to cope, a way to work through the issues that I was having personally. But I wanted to make sure that my daughter was taken care of in every way. I thought about the time that I'd given to music. I thought about the not so successful times. And, I was like, hey, this saxophone's worth a couple $1,000. That'll help with this, that'll help with that. And she literally walked in the room. She said, your music is the thing that makes me feel normal. Can you imagine a 5-year-old walking up to you with patches in her head and telling you that what you do makes her feel normal? That's a crazy feeling.
I remember he would play the saxophone for me and other kids that were in the hospital. It made me happy that he was making other people happy also.
Layla went to go get her 5-year checkup and she is officially deemed as cured. We are super grateful for that. But we also walk with a sense of gravity because we also know that there are other people who do not get the same outcome. And we also walk in love for those who may be still going through this.
My name is Alejandro Quiroga. I go by Ale, and I'm the CEO and president of Children's Mercy. The hard truth about pediatric cancer research is that it's hard to understand and care unless you've been touched by it. Because you just need to see one kid suffering from cancer to understand how big of a deal this is. At Children's Mercy, we wake up every day with one thing in mind. How do we treat the most complex kids in our community? And how do we find the cures for those conditions? The only reason why Children's Mercy exists is because of events like today, because of you, because of what you have given us and how we build this together.
You're looking at the face of a life that was changed. You're looking at the family of a life that was changed, a life that is still here because of people like you. Just imagine the impact that you're making. I'm just one person, but this one person's life was changed forever. And my daughter, she's just one person, but she gets to go to school every single day and live her life because of people like you who are generous who help, who do what others may not. And that's huge. That's incredible. That's life-changing. It changed my life, for real.